reconvenience to open session. And we are back 6:10. Announcement of actions taking place in closed session. Mr. That would be F, public hearing, number 1.
Thank you, Ms. Magallanes, and there were no actions taken in closed session. At this point, under public hearing F, number 1, sufficiency and availability of textbooks or instructional materials for CUSD students. Written or oral comments will be heard at this time regarding the consideration of adopting of a resolution stating that the district is in compliance with Education Code Section 60119 pertaining to the sufficiency and availability of textbooks or instructional materials for all pupils in the Calexico Unified School District. At this point, we will open the public comments. Ms. Burgos, do we have any comments?
No comments.
Thank you. At this point, the public hearing closes for the sufficiency and availability of textbooks or instructional materials for Calexico Unified School District students. Public hearing number 2, public hearing to consider the adoption of school facility needs analysis and alternative school facility fees pursuant to Government Code Sections 65995.5-65995.7. This next agenda item is for the Board of Education to hold a public hearing on the district's proposed school facility needs analysis. State law permits school districts an opportunity to assess 3 different levels of developer fees. Level 1 or statutory fees are set by statute and change on residential and commercial development. Qualifying school districts with more facility needs are authorized to impose higher fees called alternative fees or level 2 and level 3 fees on only residential development. As required by law, the school needs analysis was prepared by the district fee consultant and justifies these new alternative fees for the district's needs. Before authorizing the alternative fee, the law requires the governing board to hold a public hearing. We will now open the public hearing for this purpose. Ms. Burgos, are there comments for the public hearing?
No comments.
Thank you, Ms. Burgos. At this point, the public hearing will close. Will now close for public hearing. Thank you, Ms. Magallanes.
H, comments from the public. The board will take any and all comments from the public related to an item on the agenda or any other items of the district business. That is not on the agenda. I have number 1, Mrs. Covarrubias.
Good evening. My name is Marta Covarrubias, and I am a campus security at Calexico High School. I stand before you board members and Superintendent Jimenez to make a petition and let you know what is happening at Calexico High School and other schools. There is a need of more campus security, especially full-time positions. By having more full-time campus security personnel, we can significantly enhance the safety and security of our high school. The following are some reasons why this request is essential. First, additional security will act as a visible deterrent to any threat. Secondly, with more security personnel available, we can ensure a quicker response in case of emergencies and minimize the impact of any incident. Full-time security staff can play an active role in promoting a safer and more inclusive school environment for all the schools, for all the students and staff. For example, we lost 2 of our proctors who were part-time and needed an 8-hour job to earn more income. Considering the reasons I had mentioned, I kindly request that you give serious consideration to allocating additional resources to hire more full-time campus security, because I believe that investing in the safety of our students should be a top priority. I trust that you will give this request the consideration it deserves to take decisive action to ensure a secure learning environment for all. I would like to take the time to thank you on behalf of all the campus security and other colleagues for listening to our concerns. You're welcome to visit our campus and see for yourselves the concerns that I just mentioned. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms.
Mr.
Covarrubias.
Hold on. This one's on.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Jimenez, do you have any feedback on security?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Calderon. So, and thank you for our public speaker. As you know, Mr. Calderon, I think it was Saturday morning, you woke me up. I was trying to sleep in, but you gave me a call, and regarding our proctors and campus security, specifically at Calexico High School, and particularly specifically because of the construction that's currently going on. There's a lot of more blind spots, and there's walls and whatnot. So after a conversation on Saturday, I contacted Mr. Romero Guerrero, our assistant soup of HR. We had a conversation about the need for additional campus security. This week we've been working on that and looking at our campus security situation. And so Mr. Guerrero and I are now working with the Personnel Commission, with Ms. Navarro, to identify and bring additional campus security proctors to assist with the safety and security of our students. And in addition to that, the other thing that we're also looking at is increasing the work shift of our SSAs at Calexico High School, specifically because of the construction that's taking place, so that they could assist with additional coverage throughout the school for more time than what they're currently doing right now. So we are working on this, and we anticipate having additional personnel, safety and security personnel, within the next few days.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Soledad Cañez. Josabeth Cañez, sí, está bien.
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Josabeth Castellanos. El día de mañana cumplo 10 años trabajando para el distrito en el departamento de Food Service. Estoy aquí porque el día 15 de septiembre la directora del departamento me hizo saber que un niño me había acusado de un golpe y una quemadura que supuestamente yo le había hecho al estudiante el día 13 de septiembre. Ese mismo día 15 me mandaron a Recursos Humanos, y en Recursos Humanos me dieron una salida administrativa desde el día 15 de septiembre hasta el 27 de septiembre. El 27 de septiembre, en la última junta que tuve, se me regresó a trabajar, me cambiaron de escuela, y los resultados de la investigación fueron que yo era culpable, y le pregunté a la persona de Recursos Humanos que en qué se basaba para declararme culpable, y solamente me dijo que en base a lo que el estudiante había dicho, y que él tenía un testigo que era un amigo de él, y que al hacerle las investigaciones a ambos habían coincidido en lo que habían ellos dicho. Al principio a mí se me dijo que yo había golpeado y quemado al niño, y en el final de la investigación el niño solamente reportó una supuesta quemadura. Nos enseñaron la evidencia y yo pregunté a Recursos Humanos que si la evidencia estaba avalada por un médico, que si era una quemadura, y la respuesta solamente fue buen punto, como buena observación, que no se había avalado por un médico esa supuesta quemadura. En ese tiempo yo tuve que ir al doctor. Estoy en tratamiento para la ansiedad, para la depresión, para poder dormir. Yo peleé porque no se me moviera de Calexico High School, porque ahí era donde yo estaba trabajando, porque yo soy inocente. Y la respuesta de la directora del departamento fue que Recursos Humanos había dicho que no se podía porque la persona que yo sé que puso la denuncia junto con el estudiante y el otro menor, que ella lo podía tomar como venganza si se movía porque la persona que está involucrada es una compañera de trabajo. El estudiante es boxeador, mostramos pruebas del deporte que él practica y aún así se me declaró culpable. Yo pedí que mis hijas están en Dianza y están en Calexico High School porque están en banda. Yo pedí que el estudiante no estuviera junto con mis hijas y se me dijo que no, porque el niño tenía muy buenas calificaciones, cosa que también es mentira. Gracias.
Gracias, señora Casión. Thank you. Soledad Cañez.
Muy buenas tardes, Soledad Cáñez, trabajadora por 17 años en el distrito, en el departamento de Food Service. Este día vengo a apoyar la situación que pasó en high school. Lo que pasó en high school me trajo una pregunta que les hago a todos ustedes, que es mis derechos como empleada, ¿dónde empiezan cuando un estudiante acusa que se hace una mala investigación y resulta que le creen al estudiante? Nosotros dimos muchas pruebas de que no puede ser que un estudiante se queme con las ollas que están en la línea, porque las ollas están calientes pero tibias, no puede haber marca. Dimos muchas explicaciones que no podían ser, y aún así a la señora se le sacó 1 semana y media de trabajar. Para muchos de ustedes pueden decir, pues qué suave, se fue a su casa con pago, ¿verdad? No. Es una cosa muy traumática que lo saquen a uno de trabajar porque lastimó a un niño. Y más que si el niño está diciendo me quemó, el niño dice que ella le jaló la charola y que le puso los brazos en la olla, que es algo imposible que pase. Por la razón de que venimos a hablar hoy es para eso, para mis derechos como empleado. Tenemos que tener mucho cuidado con los estudiantes. Nosotros sabemos que hay que cuidarlos, que hay que no permitir abusos con ellos, ni estar siempre al pendiente de ellos, sobre todo nosotras, las de Food Service. Pero también tenemos que tener mucho cuidado en qué momento ese estudiante se brinca la línea de faltar al respeto. En high school hay un problema muy grave hacia las señoras de Food Service, sobre todo las que salen en los carritos. Voy a hablar tal cual son las cosas, no se me vayan a asustar, Todos los días les echan de la madre, así de plano. Todos los días les mientan la palabra esa que les gusta a ellos. Si no les dan lo que les gusta, les tiran a veces con las cosas en la cabeza. Y las señoras únicamente hacen esto. O le hablan a una señora de seguridad y no pasa nada. Por eso tenemos que tener mucho cuidado con los estudiantes, de que no se pase esa línea de respeto hacia nosotros como empleados y los derechos que tienen ellos como estudiantes. Los padres de familia igual. Un padre de familia viene, gritonea, lo pone a uno barrido y trapeado y tiene la razón el padre de familia. O tiene la razón el estudiante. Ese nada más es mi punto hoy. La investigación se hizo mal, vuelvo e insisto. No es personal a los que hicieron la investigación, simplemente para que tengan consideración para las pruebas que tienen. La prueba de la mano no tenía cara, el muchachito nunca fue a la enfermería, nunca fue a un doctor. Y me parece un poquito exagerado el castigo que se le dio a la señora. Y les voy a dar una frase que dijo un maestro coreano, una frase muy importante, y dijo que cuando nosotros los maestros le tengamos miedo a los padres de familia y a los niños, ese día se va a perder el respeto hacia nosotros como empleados. Muchas gracias.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Petra Oviedo, and I'm a CSCA Labor Relations representative. I'm here to express great concern for an investigation that was conducted by Romel Guerrero in Human Resources. A student complained, and Mr. Guerrero started an investigation on the incident as required by law. I want to bring to the school board's attention what you may not hear. For the most part, you only get the district side. This is CSCA's and the employees' side. I'm here to let you know that not all of the witnesses in the incident were questioned. There were other adults present. They never got asked anything. The district made a biased decision and conclusion to tell a 10-year employee that she engaged in unprofessional conduct. The employee had never had any incidents in all of her years of employment, not even a write-up. This is an employee that has that's a mother in this district as well. She's never had issues like this. Yet this biased and incomplete investigation is tainting her great work record. I highly recommend to the board that they hold the district officials accountable and to conduct an investigation with thoroughness and integrity. Thank you.
Buenas tardes. Yo quiero hablar con respecto a lo que le pasó a mi compañera. Yo ese día estaba trabajando a un lado de ella, en ningún momento miré esa agresión que mencionaron. Nunca se me llamó para testificar, nunca para decir mi parte que yo miré. Nosotros estamos expuestos a muchísimas cosas con los niños. No son tan niños, la mayoría ya son jóvenes, ya casi llegando a adultos. Entonces, ellos utilizan muchos dobles sentidos. A mí me toca salir para afuera, a veces les damos pepinos, les digo, mijo, ¿no quieres pepino? Y me contestan, ay, no, y sus malas palabras. No me gusta el pepino ese más que el pepino de él. Entonces, uno se hace la loquita de que no está entendiendo su doble sentido, pero utilizan palabras así, o a veces les dices, mijo, ¿quieres un churro? Y dicen, híjole, la cafetería están dando churros. O sea, son cosas que ellos saben que están mal, pero aún así no nos están probando, como quien dice a nosotros. Entonces, yo siempre que llegan ahí conmigo les digo, por favor, watch your language, nomás les digo a ellos, please, hablen como hablarían en su casa o con su mamá. Pero muchos de ellos realmente sí saben lo que están haciendo, la mayoría saben, porque yo tengo una niña que tiene 17 años, ella sabe lo que es bueno y lo que es malo, lo que está bien y lo que no está bien. Entonces, nosotros ahí nos exponemos a muchísimas cosas. En lo que le pasó a mi compañera me hizo reaccionar mucho de que realmente nosotros pues no estamos protegidas por el distrito tampoco. O sea, a ellos los protegieron, a él le dieron todo, a él le creyeron 100%, a mi compañera no le creyeron. Entonces, dice, uno está expuesto a que te hagan sentir de esta manera cuando uno trata de hacer su trabajo, y lo que único que a veces hay niños que sí se molestan mucho porque nosotros estamos tratando de hacer nuestro trabajo y nos dicen malas palabras, nos dicen doble sentido. No todos los niños, pero algunos de los niños. Entonces, como les digo, no son niños chiquitos, sí saben lo que está bien, lo que está mal. Y en este caso me puse en los zapatos de mi compañera, que sí fue una situación muy, muy, muy traumática para ella. Y nosotros, ¿quién nos está haciendo vaca para nosotros? Nadie nos está cuidando. Simplemente le toman, yo sé que tienen que hacerle caso a los niños, pero también tienen que escuchar nuestra palabra, porque así como es importante la de ellos, es importante la mía también, la de mis compañeras. Y la verdad, creo que en esta situación yo me di cuenta de que primero actuaron y después investigaron, y las investigaciones como que no fueron muy justas acerca de mi compañera, porque a mí me ha tocado pasar por muchas cosas y nos dicen, repórtanos con los Proctors. Los Proctors, con mi compañera, como dijo, no hay a veces, porque están ocupados en una parte, están ocupados en otro. Entonces, nosotros no podemos dejar el carrito y ir a reportar, el niño hizo esto, el niño nos dijo esto. Entonces, por eso estoy aquí para hablar al respecto de eso. Gracias.
Gracias.
Good evening, board members and community members. My name is Andrea Rosales, and I am Calexico High School's ASB president. I am here this evening to report on Calexico High School September and October highlights. Starting with the week of September 25th and to the 29th, which was Higher Education Week, where there was a county-wide Spirit Week to encourage students. Students took a field trip to IVC to learn more about secondary education schools, and the school hosted colleges later that week at Varner Gym for a Higher Education Week assembly. On October 10th, we received a visit from MIT's admissions office organized by College and Career Readiness. An MIT representative with 10 years of experience on reading college essays and MIT acceptance advised our STEM students on how to put together the college application. The representative also shared about life at MIT, different majors, financial help, and support for incoming freshmen. On October 11th, UCSD representative presented on UC application system and how to apply. The presentation mostly geared to first year applicants and included some information for students planning to transfer. Students were provided with a UCSD admission guide brochure and guidelines on UC PIQs. Calexico High School has also welcomed a new center open to all students focused on guiding students through the process of preparing their college applications and answering any questions students might have related to future career paths. Starting in October, we've been spreading awareness on bullying prevention by wearing blue every Monday in October and wearing pink on Wednesdays in honor of breast cancer awareness. On Friday, October 6th, students attended a mental health convention at IVC with many resources about getting rid of stigmas and making people with mental health disorders feel safe and open to talk about it with a trusted friend or adult. Today, the Entrepreneurship Club attended a conference named Aspire Tour, where they were surrounded by many role models to encourage them. Up to date, ASB has currently hosted 4 senior nights this month, being cheer, band, drill, and tennis, with 3 more upcoming senior nights this October for volleyball, flag football, and football. More upcoming events ASB has planned for the month of October is a video skits pep rally on October 20th. The rally will be based on a TV channel, MTV, and each graduating class will compete by creating a music video. On the morning of October 27th, the annual homecoming parade will take place. Later that evening will be the homecoming coronation at the football game. October 28th will be the homecoming dance organized by ASB taking place at Varner Gym. To end the month, on Halloween, October 31st, ASB will host a costume competition during lunch. To start off the month of November, on the 1st, San Diego Blood Bank will come down to help ASB organize a blood drive. These are some of our Calexico High School highlights for the month of September and October. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Consent agenda items appearing will be acted upon one motion without discussion unless any item is pulled for separate consideration and action.
Second.
So moved by Mr. Contreras, second by Mr. Pacheco. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Information items. 1, Superintendent's report.
Thank you very much, Ms. Magallanes. The board will remember that last year, with the board's guidance and direction, we implemented a special credit recovery program for our graduating seniors who, for a variety of reasons, fell behind on their high school graduation requirements. Many of these students were stuck in the middle of the COVID pandemic through their high school years, taking classes virtually or some form of hybrid model. And this was certainly challenging for many students. Last year, we graduated one of the largest graduation classes from Aurora High School, thanks in part to this credit recovery program. This year, rather than waiting towards the end of the school year, sometime in April or May, we're identifying students now to offer them the necessary support they need to make sure they stay on track, but not only with our high school seniors, but even beginning with our high school freshmen. Our goal is to work with all of our students throughout their high school career, starting in their freshman year, to help them stay on track with graduation, with the goal of achieving 100% graduation rate in the coming years. I want to thank our teachers, counselors, school and district administration for committing to this endeavor. As a K-12 public school district, our ultimate mission is to help develop high school graduates who are college and career ready and positive, productive members of society. I will be bringing more information to the board on this work and a full presentation to the board by our staff in the near future. Thank you, Ms. Magallanes. This concludes my report tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Jimenez.
Ms. President, I got a question for Mr. Jimenez. Mr. Jimenez, how long is this credit recovery program?
We actually reviewed our notes, and so this credit recovery that we started last year, we opened it as a 2-year program, so it was for last year and this year, and of course that's something that could always be reviewed, and we could come back to see how things are working. But at this time, it is a 2-year program. We are beginning immediately with our credit recovery program at Calexico High School, because we know our sophomores, juniors, and seniors what classes that they need to recover. So we're starting that like within these next days. And then of course for our Calexico High School 9th grade campus, the first semester report card doesn't come out, or grades don't come out until December. So coming back from the winter program in January, we're going to be ready to start the credit recovery program for our 9th graders. So if they fall back 1 class or 2 classes, we're not going to wait until they're 50 units behind to do credit recovery until they get to be juniors or seniors. We want to stay on track, support them, guide them, and help them make up their classes as they're moving through their high school career. So this is something definitely we'll continue to monitor and review. But when we did this kind of late last year, but nevertheless it was still very successful because so many people came together to make this happen. It was scheduled for a 2-year program for last year and this year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Number 2, Insurance Committee.
Yes, Mr. Guerrero. Mr. Guerrero, if you could press the,
There we go. Good evening, everybody. Mr. Jimenez, Ms. Margarita, members of the public, thank you for being here. Just have a quick report on the insurance committee. So the insurance committee met a couple of weeks ago, and right now what we're doing is we would like to distribute a survey to our members, to our classified and certificated members, to gather information on our benefits and to prepare for next year. So right now we're in the process of requesting questions from our unit members for both bargaining units, and then we're going to put together a survey. We're going to send it out. In addition to that, we're at the next meeting next week. We're going to go ahead and put together a calendar for the rest of the year, and we would like to extend an invitation to our board, so that if you would like to join us for 1 or more meetings, you're always welcome. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Romel. Number 3, Board Reports. Mr. Calderon.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll be brief today. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Ms. Rosales, thank you. What took you so long to come and tell us what's going on at the high school? Okay, well, you're always invited. Students are always invited to our board. So, again, thank you for that good information, and hopefully we can have a good year. Your parents are doing well with you, all right? I can tell you that. Again, thank you for joining us tonight, and that's all I have. Thanks.
Mr. Contreras.
Thank you for coming in, Ms. Rosales. And then to the other people that came in and did their presentations, I really like to thank you for providing us the input that you did in public section, and also for letting us know some of the things that we may need to correct or some of the things that we need to look at as we make progression into our school year. Thank you.
Mr. Pacheco. Thank you.
No.
Mr. Pacheco.
Nothing much. I didn't have a chance to go anywhere and visit any school sites, but I'll let the superintendent know what I'll be doing that. But
Thank you, Mr.
we'll have short, brief meetings with the high school and the personnel that works there, and get to meet the teachers. So nothing today, but I think we play Brawley this Friday, and that'll be a tough one for us. So good luck to that football team, because we're 0-1 in the league. So we're going to wish those guys good luck this Friday.
I think it's Southwest this week and Brawley next week.
Oh, Southwest, I think we can handle Southwest. It's Brawley that we're afraid of. Yeah. Bueno, we'll see. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pacheco. For myself, I want to thank everyone for being here. Also thank for CSCA. Muchas gracias por estar aquí. Gracias por venir a comentar. Una persona comentó que los estudiantes son importantes. Sí, son muy importantes para nosotros, pero también son ustedes. Es todo. Muchas gracias. K action items. Consideration and action approval of the following items. Number 1, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Learning Without Tears for Professional Development Services for Jefferson Elementary teachers.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Calderon, second by Ms. It's on? Oh, okay, it wasn't on. Motion by Mr. Calderon, second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
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 Number 2, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Soma Stream Interactive to offer online driver education courses to Spark students at Calexico High School and Aurora Continuation High School.
I motion to approve, and I just needed some information on this, because this is gonna save some money for some parents, so.
Yes.
Second for discussion.
Okay. Motion by Mr. Calderon, second by Mr. Contreras.
Yes. Who can give
with
us information?
discussion.
I want the public to know about this, because I paid a lot of money to have my kids behind the wheels.
Right, right, and we're very excited to be able to provide the classroom portion of this. So I'd like to ask Ms. Brisa and Ms. Limon. I think they're both involved with
Yeah.
this.
This, whoever thought of this is a great idea, you know?
Yes.
Wait till they buy the insurance, though. That I gotta see.
Good evening, Board. Brisa Huerta Price, Director of State and Federal Projects. So yes, we are, prior to the pandemic, we used to offer it's the textbook learning driver's ed courses. We were offering it before the pandemic, and so now we're bringing it back so that the students learn those laws of the road and know how to, what they're expected when they get behind the wheel. It is just the textbook portion. The kids take the test, and then they receive a certificate from the DMV, and then parents take care of the rest. They have to take care of the driving portion and taking them to the DMV and doing the rest of the requirements to earn their driver's license, the driver's permit. And so this is just the beginning step. It was very popular, so we do foresee this the popularity returning unless the kids don't want to drive anymore.
So this is a prerequisite for behind the wheel test to do the classroom requirement first and pass it. And right now we are going to offer it through our expanded learning program. We are going to require parent permits because for whatever reason some parents might not be ready for their children to take driver's ed. But if they're ready, this is a service that we're very excited and happy to facilitate and cover. Yes, Mr. Calderon, exactly as you and Mr. Contreras said, cover the cost for them for this.
Free of charge.
And it's gonna be open to all our kids that are eligible, correct?
Correct.
Yes, that's
Yes?
correct.
Okay.
I think it's 14 and above, but it just depends. It's usually 16, but they can start at 14, at least with the book portion.
It does
Thank you.
save each parent about $50 to $125, depending on which class they take online.
Right.
So taking it for free would save me some money.
Big savings.
Parents have 3.
I have 3.
Thank you, Mrs. Price.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Number 3, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and J.
We needed to
Oh.
vote.
You did.
There was
was
a
a-
first, second, and a vote.
First and second.
Oh.
Discussion.
Okay, so it's motion by Mr. Calderon, second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. So number 3, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and JD Design Company for the installation of signage with district name and Sparks Design for one van.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Calderon,
I'll second it.
second by Mr. Contreras.
Question? Who drives the vehicle and who's in charge of the van or?
This is our expanded learning van, and
It
so
goes through-
right, so it is part of our expanded learning employees, and all of our employees who drive vehicles are required to go through a screening process with their DMV, their driver's license, insurance. Of course, all of our fleet are also independently insured. So this is a when we transport kids for sports or whatever, but within the valley, right here. So and this is part of our expanded learning program. We've already had the van. The only thing we're doing is
Just
we're
put a
putting
sign on it.
signage. Yeah.
Yeah.
That way you know it's a Calexico.
Yes.
Sparks.
Thank you,
Yes.
Mr. Jimenez.
Vote.
Vote. Okay, so it was a motion by Mr. Calderon, second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
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 Number 4, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Grape City, Inc. for license for the Spark program.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Contreras,
No, Calderon.
Calderon.
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Number 5, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and ERC Data for professional service asset ACES evaluation reports for school district-wide.
So move.
Motion by
Second.
Mr. Pacheco, second by Mr. Contreras.
Calderon.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Number 6, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and ERC Data for professional service ACES evaluation report card for the 2022-2023 school year for Enrique Camarena Junior High School and 7 elementary school sites.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Contreras.
Calderon.
Calderon.
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Contreras. All those in-
Question. Why do we have not the high school and the other junior high, whereas in the first one we did, and not this time? It's just one junior high and all the elementaries.
Yes, I'd like to again ask Ms. Price if she could come up and provide us information on this.
So at the end of last year, it was approved for the high schools, and so now because they've already tried it and see that they can do a lot more of the evaluation process for the after-school program, they're coming back and including the additional schools. And it's all the not only the report cards, but it's also all the evaluation and the reporting that has to be done throughout the school year.
Yeah, end of the year, yeah. Thank you.
So there was a motion by Mr. Calderon, second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Number 7, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Consortium on reaching excellence in education, Inc. for district-wide professional development.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Contreras,
Second.
second by Mr. Calderon. All those in favor say aye.
Question. We're adding another item to our staff. We've got all this stuff out there. We've got Avid, we've got Orenda, we've got SRA, we've got Avid.
Let me ask Ms. Celia Hurtado, our coordinator of elementary education, to provide information on this.
Good evening, board, community, and Mr. Jimenez. This program is for our reading specialists. We added a reading specialist at every site. This program will give PD to our teachers to provide that intervention that students need for phonemic awareness and phonics, specifically for that reading.
And we, as the board knows, we applied for a grant and received money for reading specialists to help students in small group intervention to improve their reading skills, reading comprehension, reading fluency. And this PD is for our new reading specialist coaches at every elementary school site,
Yes.
Ms. Hurtado?
Elementary.
At every elementary school site to, enhance their professional development, to work with their kids as our new reading specialist coaches. So it's for those selected 7 reading specialists.
Yes, and Jefferson and Rockwood are already implementing this program, so we're just adding the other 5 schools.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hurtado.
So there was a motion by Mr. Calderon, second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Number 8, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Daniel Tire Service for on-car repairs and maintenance for heavy equipment machinery, forklifts, and maintenance and operation.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Calderon,
Second.
second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Number 9, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and A1 Golf Cars of El Centro for on-car repairs and maintenance for all golf carts district-wide.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Pacheco,
Second.
second by Mr. Calderon. All those in favor say aye.
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 Number 10, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Jesse Owens for on-car repairs and maintenance for all golf carts district-wide.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Contreras, second by Mr. Pacheco. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Wireless PMP for network cabling installation at Calexico High School.
So move.
So Yeah, so motion by Mr. Pacheco,
I'll second it.
second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Sign Factory to repair the marquee at Aurora High School. I make a motion.
Second.
Motion by myself, second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Number 13, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and CDR Electrical Inc. to install a 25-gallon water heater at Aurora High School.
I motion to approve with a question.
I'll
Second.
second it with the question.
Okay, what's so special of this 25-gallon water heater? Don't we have a plumber that works for our district?
Yeah, this is actually a gallon. I'd like to actually ask Mr. Daniel Campo, our Director of Facilities and Maintenance, to provide more information on this item.
Evening, board members, Mr. Jimenez. The reason why we outsourcing it is because we have a lot of other work orders that are pending, and this is a food service requirement that we have to provide hot water for the kitchen at Aurora High School. So it's not that we can't do it; it's just that we have a lot of jobs, and because this is a emergency repair, we're outsourcing it to have it done earlier than possible than we needed to do it. Thank you.
So, I mean, if it's a priority, how come we're not making it a priority to
Well,
repair it?
because we also have another leak at Mains, and we were working on other projects at other sites that had stoppages. So that's why we sometimes have to outsource a little bit of the stuff that we have.
Thank you, Mr. Campo.
Thank you.
So I have a motion by Mr. Calderon, second by
Contreras.
Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'm gonna
Aye.
vote no on it.
Okay.
I might vote no.
Doesn't pass.
So with the 2-2, it doesn't pass.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 14, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and California State University San Bernardino for learning site agreement from October 13, 2023 to June 30th, 2025.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Calderon, second by Mr. Pacheco. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. 15, agreements between Calexico Unified School District and Imperial Valley College for CT articulation for the 2023-24 school year.
So move with a question.
I'll second it.
And I believe Ms. Williams is here. So what is it, Ms. Williams? Can you tell us? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Gabby Williams, Senior Director of College and Career Readiness. We're going back to articulation as we did maybe 5-6 years ago. We are the only high school in the Imperial Valley right now that is not articulating with our local college. And what it looks like is our CTE teachers align their curriculum to IVC curriculum. So what we did, we held a couple of meetings where our CTE teachers took their course overview, their textbook, their work, and then they met with that teacher, the equivalent of them, but at IVC. So if, like Mr. Fisher, Auto Shop, we met with the Auto Shop teacher, and then they both compare their programs. And if it was 80% or more similar, you know, not having to revamp everything that we do, but if it was 80% sort of a match, then we moved forward and we agree that we would align a little bit more, 100%, and prepare our students for a credit by exam around April or May so that our students could get college credit for the course that they're taking here at IVC.
So we're kind of mimicking the program that already exists at
Ye-
IBC.
Yes, correct. And one of the things that we found out with every single teacher and course that we took, not only were we doing 80% of mirroring or similar to the IVC course, but we were doing more. I mean, take in consideration also that we're comparing our a one-year academic course to a semester course at IVC. So our teachers probably cover what an IVC course, let's say if we want to chunk it into the first semester and still have plenty of time at Calexico High School during the academic year to implement and to add other standards, other projects, other work that they do as well.
Yeah. It's just aligning the pathways. That's what you're doing.
Correct, correct.
Thank you. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Williams.
Thank you.
So I have a motion from Mr.
Second.
From Mr. Calderon.
Yeah.
Mr.
Second by
Calderon
Contreras.
and second from Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Number 16, first amended agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Harris System USA Inc. to provide reporting tools for nutritional services.
So move.
Second.
So moved by Mr. Contreras, second by Mr. Pacheco. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
17, agreement renewal between Calexico Unified School District and Math IXL program for software license for Calexico High School math teachers.
So move for approval.
Motion by Mr. Contreras,
Second.
by Mr. Calderon. All those in favor say aye.
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 Number 18, agreement renewal between Calexico Unified School District and Raptor Technologies for district-wide visitors and parent school site identification and safety service.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pacheco, second by Mr. Calderon. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 19, agreement renewal between Calexico Unified School District and Navigate 360 Alice to provide staff training.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Pacheco, second by Mr. Calderon. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Yeah. I just had a comment.
Oh, okay, go ahead. And make your
Well,
comment.
like we take priority of the safeties of our schools, and these two programs are the best so far that we have implemented at our school district. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, so it was a motion by Mr. Pacheco, second by Mr. Calderon, and it was 4-0. Okay, so number 20, bid
vote.
award and approval of agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Oak.
You gotta vote.
Didn't you guys vote? Okay. Okay, so
19.
19, motion by Mr. Pacheco, second by Mr. Calderon. All those in favor say aye.
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 I want to ask him more questions.
Por favor.
You throw us off.
Yes, my rhythm. Number 20, bid award and approval of agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Oakview Constructors, Inc. for the Calexico High School Project A4 Exterior Improvements Phase 2.
So move.
I'll second it with the question.
Okay, so motion by Mr. Calderon, second with the question.
Yeah. So, Mr. Jimenez, if you could please provide us the explanation on the bidding process on that one.
Yes, absolutely. So we went through a hard bidding process, and so we did all of our required advertisement. We put it out on the street. The bid that we were looking for a construction company to do this part of our A4 construction project here at Calexico High School. That's a new 16 classroom building. And we received two construction companies, and Oakview was the best responsive bidder, or the lowest responsive bidder, that as a hard bid we're required to go with. And so we're bringing to the board Oakview for your approval. And Oakview has done work for us in the past, and they do have a good reputation and a good track record with us, and I'd be happy to continue working with them in our relationship.
Mr. Jimenez, just for the public's knowledge, where is this building going to be constructed?
Sure, it's going to be constructed on the Calexico High School campus, which would be on the north side of the campus, near the 98. And so that's where we're going to be housing, among other classrooms, our CTE classes. And so this is not part of Measure Q. With Measure Q, I will be bringing more information on Measure Q in the near future. This is part of other monies that the district is able to use and has set aside to build this much-needed state-of-the-art classrooms for our students.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. The safeguard limitations are there as into the number. I saw that there was a number of days for them to complete, and also the scale for any days that they're over that they should pay for incomplete.
Absolutely. Since we've had this conversation with the board, maybe about a year ago, we have continued to implement our liquidated damages scale that we work with the board. It's on a pretty much, you could say, on a sliding scale. The greater the cost of the project, the higher the rate of the liquidated damages. And so all those terms and conditions continue to apply.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jimenez.
Just that we had two bidders.
In this project, we had two bidders and two very reputable companies. I believe two quality companies, and but as the bidding process requires us to do, to go with the best responsive bid, in this case, it was Oakview.
Who's our architect?
That's Sanders Incorporated, so it's Sanders Architects.
Thank you.
Thank you. So there was a motion by Mr. Calderon, second from Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
21, Memorandum of Understanding between Calexico Unified School District and California Association of Bilingual Education, CABE, to provide parent leadership trainings.
So
I'll make a
moved.
motion, second by Mr. Contreras, Calderon.
Calderon.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Number 22, Memorandum of Understanding between Calexico Unified School District and Big Smiles Dental Group for Students' Dental Services.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Calderon, second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
23, Memorandum of Understanding between Calexico Unified School District and California Schools to watch, to accept recognition and remain members of the organization.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Contreras,
Second with a question.
second with the question, Mr. Pacheco.
We're still applying for, he has to apply for this, right?
We
It's
have
not-
to renew our membership, and so this is a renewal. We're already a Schools to Watch, or Kiki Camarena is
Yes.
already a Schools to Watch, and this is renewal of that membership.
Okay, so there was a motion by Mr. Contreras, second by Mr. Pacheco. All those in favor say aye.
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 Number 24, revised 2023-24 designation of CIF representatives to League.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Calderon, second
Second.
by myself. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Are we late on this? It's September.
No, we're not. We're adding Mr. John Moreno, our new principal at Calexico High School, as a Calexico High School representative for CIF.
Okay.
Number 25, authorization to seek proposals for E-rate services for 2024-2025 school year.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pacheco, second by Mr. Calderon. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Number 26, quarterly report on Williams uniform complaint ending September 30th, 2023.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Pacheco,
I'll second that motion.
second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 27, resolution proclaiming October 23 to 31, 2023 as Red Ribbon Week.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Calderon,
Second.
second by Mr. Contreras. Roll call. Mr. Calderon,
Yes.
Contreras,
Yes.
Pacheco,
Yes.
myself, yes. Number 28, resolution regarding compliance with Education Code 60119 as revised by Chapter 118 Statutes of 2005 and California Code of Regulations CCR Title 5 Section 9531 regarding sufficiency of textbooks and instructional material.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Contreras, second by Mr. Calderon. Resolution. Mr.
Yes.
Calderon.
Calderon. Mr. Calderon.
Yes.
Mr. Contreras.
Yes.
Mr. Pacheco.
Yes.
Myself, yes. Number 29, resolution approving and adopting school facility needs analysis and justification study and authorizing alternative school facility fees. Mr. Jimenez?
Thank you, Ms. Magallanes. 1 year ago, an SFNA was presented to the school board with a developer fee rate of $10.76 for residential construction. Back then, based on comments received from our partners at the city, the board directed staff to continue collecting the 2021 rate at $8.28 until we received updated development information from the city and the latest student data on our end. A few months ago, our fee consultant finally received the city's data, and their information and other information required by the statute resulted in the SFNA presented to us today. Since that time, construction cost increased by 15.8% for 2022 and 9.3% for 2023. The fee rate of $10.95 presented to us today in the SFNA reflects the current reality of our district. schools in need of updates, more students coming from apartment housing, high construction cost, and inflation all around. However, we all live in this community. We see the burdens on our neighbors and we empathize. We also understand the city's desire to increase development in the area so we can grow our community with new homes and new neighbors. To further the Calexico Unified School District's board philosophies, specifically the ability of children to learn is affected by social, health, and economic conditions and other factors outside of the classroom. A safe, nurturing environment is necessary for learning. Continuous school improvement is necessary to meet the needs of students in a changing economy and society. Effective communication with all stakeholders helps build support for schools, and accountability for the district's programs and operations is shared by the entire educational community, with the ultimate accountability resting with the board as the basic embodiment of representative government. I therefore recommend the board adopt the findings in the SFNA and request authorization for staff to collect the fee in phases. For continuity and to ease the community into schedule, I recommend collecting $8.28 until December 31, 2023. From January 1, 2024 to June 30, 2024, I recommend collecting $10.48. This amount is the $8.28 amount plus the increases from construction cost inflation of 15.8% in 2022 and 9.3% in 2023. Finally, from July 1, 2024 until the next update, I recommend collecting the SFNA rate of $10.95. In spite of the district's ongoing facilities needs and student growth, we hope by softening the developer fee rate increase in this manner, we do not further burden our neighbors and help our city encourage development to build our community. With new and more affordable housing for our residents, this leads to smart growth of our community, which results in better home environments for our students. I request the board to adopt the resolution approving and adopting school facility needs analysis and justification study and authorizing alternative school facility fees with revisions to address the fee collection schedule for all the reasons mentioned previously and in furtherance of the board's adopted philosophies, and all other findings in the resolution shall remain the same. Thank you, Ms. Magallanes.
I make a motion.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pacheco. Mr. Calderon.
Yes.
Mr. Contreras.
Yes.
Mr. Pacheco.
Yes.
And yes for myself. Number 30, resolution regarding disposition of surplus asset, non-asset HVAC unit at Rockwood Elementary.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Calderon, second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
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 Did you have a
Oh, it's a
comment?
resolution, I'm
It's a
sorry.
resolution.
Okay, pues. Number, Mr. Calderon,
Yes.
Mr. Contreras.
Yes.
Mr. Pacheco,
Yes.
and yes by myself. So number 31, resolution regarding disposition of surplus asset, non-asset technology equipment at Kennedy Gardens Elementary.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Contreras, second by Mr. Calderon. Calderon,
Yes.
Contreras,
Yes.
Pacheco,
Yes.
and myself, yes. Number 32, resolution regarding disposition of surplus asset, non-asset classroom furniture at Rockwood Elementary.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pacheco, second by Contreras. Calderon,
Yes.
Contreras,
Yes.
Pacheco,
Yes.
myself, yes. And we're gonna go, yeah, and announcement of action, no, wait, it's,
Go back to closed session.
yeah. Reconvenience to close session. Yeah, so it's, what is that? 7:10. Thank you.